Hello everybody! In this video I'm going to be talking about a language that I guess not many people know. In fact, until December last year I had no idea this language even existed. But before starting to talk about this language, let me tell you my story, how I knew about this language. So, as I've said before, until December last year, I had no idea this language even existed. Then, I had a trip to some Caucasian countries, and the first country that we visited was Azerbaijan. Apart from the most typical touristic places to visit there around Baku, its capital, we decided to go to a small mountainous village that is very picturesque, very historic, and famous for its handicrafts traditions. And of course, before going there, I decided to read some information on the internet about it. And I discovered that in this village they speak a completely different language from the official language of Azerbaijan, the Azerbaijani language. So in this village they speak the TAT language. And so I got inspired to learn more about this language, and why not to make a video about this language. So here we are. I guess I'll use this opportunity to show you some shots from my trip to this village and also some extracts from my interview to a TAT speaker. Lahij is one of the most ancient human settlements in Azerbaijan. It's a village on the southern slopes of Greater Caucasus, within the Ismaili district of Azerbaijan. Its population is around 900 people. Lahij is a notable place in Azerbaijan with its authentic handicrafts traditions, particularly related to copper. During the medieval period, Lahij became an important center of craftsmen in Azerbaijan. These skilled craftsmen included jewelers, carpenters, carpet makers, engravers, painters, shoemakers, sock weavers, and others. Many valuable examples of the products of these skills are exhibited in famous museums and collections. Throughout its history and due to its original and unique features, Lahij has been a center of gravity for writers, scholars, artists, and even filmmakers. The residents are making considerable efforts to promote the region's cultural heritage. But the most interesting and the most important feature for me personally was the fact that the majority of the population of Lahij speak the TAT language, which is different from the official language of Azerbaijan, the Azerbaijani language. But of course, being located in Azerbaijan, the residents are usually bilingual. Apart from the TAT language, the Azerbaijani language is also widely spoken. The TAT language, or TAT Persian, or Tati Persian, or just Tati, this language has many different names, is a Southwestern Iranian language related to, but not fully intelligible with Persian, and it's spoken by the Tats in Azerbaijan and Russia. The Tats are an indigenous Iranian people in the Caucasus, who trace their origin to the Sassanid period migrants from Iran around 5th century AD. I read that in Azerbaijan and Iran, TAT is taught in some primary schools, but in the Russian sources I didn't find this information, so I'm not sure it's correct. But TAT is spoken mostly by adults and some children, however there is a greater shift towards the Azerbaijani language. So TAT is an endangered language classified as severely endangered by UNESCO's Atlas of the World's Languages in Danger. Most scholars divide TAT into two general varieties, Jewish and Muslim, with religious differences correlating with linguistic differences. Another almost extinct variety of TAT is spoken by Christians of Armenian origin, who are called Armeno-Tats. The exact number of TAT speakers today is not very easy to identify. For example, according to the 1989 Soviet census, there were 30,000 TATs in the Soviet Union, of which 10,000 lived in Azerbaijan. Of course, not all of them were likely to speak TAT, and these didn't include the more rural areas which were not reached by the census. Also, it's important to point out that the Tats are one of the most assimilated of Azerbaijan's ethnic groups. And this is particularly true for urban Tats, of course. All of this makes it very difficult to identify the true number of the Tat ethnic group and of the Tat speakers. The adults in most of the mountain and foothill communities reported they use Tat as the main language of interaction. They speak Tat with each other, but speak Azerbaijani with their children, so that they will learn the language before beginning school. If the wife in the family is non-Tat speaking, the family is most likely to use Azerbaijani in the home. And for example, in the village of Lahij, women who marry in are reported to learn Tat. Let's talk a little bit about the name of this language, TAT. So, research has demonstrated that the word Tat doesn't have an ethnic origin. It was the word that the Turks used to denote the settled Iranian-speaking population of Azerbaijan. This is proven by the names some groups of the Tat population have given themselves. For example, the residents of the Absheran settlements of Balahani and Surahani call themselves Pars, and those of the settlement of Lahij in the Ismaili district, the Lahij. Tat was not written until 1935. Since then, there were considerable efforts made to preserve this language. For example, since 1996, the Azerbaijani government provided money for the development of minority languages, including Tat. The prominence of the Tati language is directly related to migration. Additionally, most Tats in Azerbaijan live in the Absheran zone, as well as the following districts: Hizi, Divichi, and Guba. The Tat people have been dispersed in northeast Azerbaijan. By their origin, the Tats are direct descendants of the Iranian-speaking population that migrated back in the era of the Sassanids to the Caspian coastal regions of Azerbaijan. Coexistence between Tats and Azerbaijanis has led to the combination of the two cultures, but unfortunately Azerbaijani has largely overtaken Tati, and this had a great impact on the ethnic consciousness of the Tats. From centuries of coexistence, the Tats and Azerbaijanis have gained much in common both industrially and culturally and in everyday life. Here, a significant role, of course, has been played by the Azerbaijani language, which since the 19th century has been virtually the second native language for the Tats. But the wide use of the Azerbaijani language has imposed some constraints on the Tati language, which became the general language in rural areas. And as I've said before, there were significant changes in the ethnic consciousness of the Tats. For example, now many of them consider themselves to be Azerbaijani, and so they have largely lost their Tat language.
Salam alaikum. LAHIC خوبی خوبی LAHIC خوبی LAHIC очень хороший خیر sabah te خیر sabah خیر باشه sabah خیر باشه добро утро شنگین te خیر خیر شنگین خیر باشه خیر باشه спокойной ночи شنگین خیر باشه قادر چلمی من анума خلیلی کامینه خلیلی
Сказать до свидания.
ساول گسو باشی من برای شما جایزه جو نوم خوردن چی با خوبی خوردن یعنی خورش با خوش اینجا جشتیم خدا نخوردیم جنر داوری زان جنیزه چیلا دوچ جدا بوشیک جدا هم برای گیموران چیلون گیموران بجاشتن اون برای با ماموزه رفتن و سموار مسیل زد شدن و سموار و تا اینا شابازمون دوشنبه خوبی چه وقت چیلون بیجه گده دوش گده سن با چوی یعنی با خدا با خود